Trellix, one of the largest cybersecurity companies, just confirmed a data breach, and this is what happened. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and in today's video we are going to be talking about Trellix data breach. One of the biggest cybersecurity company in the world just confirmed a data breach in their source code repository. Understand, if you don't work in the corporate setting or in tech setting, you might not know who Trellix is. So let's break down who these companies are and why hackers getting access to their source code is a huge risk. First of all, Trellix is a major global cybersecurity company. This company were actually formed by merging two household giants, which some of us that is watching this video already know: McAfee Enterprise and FireEye. Because of that massive background, Trellix is obviously not a small startup. They protect over 50,000 businesses and government organizations around the world. Their source code runs around 200 million computers and servers. Basically, they are like digital security for a whole lot of companies that we know about. When a company like that gets hit, a whole lot of people will have to pause to get, okay, what is actually happening here? Let's now explain what happened. So Trellix put out an official statement explaining that they recently detected unauthorized access to a portion of their private source code. A repository is often hosted on a GitHub. For people that don't know what is a repository, this is like a private bank where companies store their source code, and obviously hackers were able to break into this bank, right, where they store their source code, and looked at how their code looks like. As soon as Trellix team noticed what happened, they brought in a digital forensics expert to investigate, and they also informed law enforcement agencies. The good news so far is that I have not found any evidences that shows that the customer's products or any of their code's pipeline was altered. So it looks like things are still in place. Maybe they are noticed on time. There is no use, and there's no news yet that the codes that were stolen have been exploited or used for any malicious purpose. And another news about the attack is that a ransomware group has come out to claim that they are responsible for this attack. The name of this ransomware group is Ransom House. Trellix have been looking up the claims to know if they are actually the ones that are responsible. So I know if you're watching this video right now, you're thinking, okay, why is a source code something that is important? So let's look at it and break it down. Why a source code is a very big deal. Anyways, source code is like a crown jewel of any company. That is where the website codes, the application codes we are stored. If you have access to any company's code, maybe it's the website code or the app code, you basically have access to how their app was built. More like having access to a source code is like a thief having access to, okay, the particular receipt that you use to make a very sweet jollof rice. So this person can actually duplicate that same jollof rice and actually make it. Or another example that I can also use is having access to the source code is also maybe a thief knowing how the physical bank operates. You know the word that was used to build this bank. You know the type of clay that was used for it, right? Because obviously if you have access to source code, you know that okay, maybe JavaScript or Python or Java was used to build this website or this application, right? Even if they do not break the system immediately, if they get opportunities again, they only knows what was used and even how to eventually break it. When a hacker gets access to a source code, the first thing that they'll do is they'll first of all look at the source code very well, right? Look into it very well. They'll first of all look for hidden vulnerabilities that they can use to exploit the organization in the source code. One thing that they can also look at is something like logical flaws or coding oversight. They can use this knowledge to build a custom malware that they are going to use to exploit that code. This custom malware that they built will now know exactly how to now bypass Trellix environment without any alarm. More like they are finding source code and they have studied it, even if they don't do anything now. They have studied that source code, right? And they will now go back to build a malware that is going to bypass that source code. And the next time that they want run that malware, it's going to bypass it and there will be no alarm. Trellix will not even find out, right? So it's a very huge thing that happened there. Attackers find things like API keys, secret tokens, secret keys, it is going to give them a backdoor to access the other computer networks. I know what makes this very interesting, that maybe it's okay, let me make a video about this attack, is that Trellix data breach is not an isolated incident. In the past last month, you have seen a massive waves of attacks that have happened, and this attack targets web development environments across the tech industry. Major names like Cisco and Checkmarx have also reported this type of incidents where hackers target the development space and also the code repository. So now they actually feel cyber criminals have realized that instead of targeting one company one by one, right, targeting 50 companies, for you to be able to like target this company, somebody say a whole lot of work for them. So what they will now do is like they will target a major company, like one company that has all these companies all together, right? And target people like to hit the big ones that has other ones. I've also like hit a whole lot. So they are going for all those companies. Top attack is what we call supply chain attack. If you're able to compromise the source, you can now leverage every other person that is there. It's more like if you're able to like target the breadwinner of the house, I've actually like targeted every other person that is in the house. So if the organization is using Trellix, there's no need for you to actually like panic, because the company said that everything is running normally and also safely. Personally for me, I feel like this is a reminder that nobody is unhackable. Not even the company that saves or protects us. Even cybersecurity companies are not unhackable. Everybody is hackable, right? So you need to do the best practices, do everything. Although there's no like 100% security, but we still have to like do our best things like to prevent a whole lot. What are my takeaways from this attack? I have 3 takeaways to share with you guys. And the first one is nobody is unhackable. If it can happen to a multi-billion-dollar firm, it can also happen to you. Number 2 is that transparency is key. If your company undergoes data breach, it is good that you report it immediately. As you can see from Trellix, the first thing that they did was to also report this incident while still making investigations on it. So don't close your mouth when you experience this type of thing. There's nobody that cannot experience it. Imagine a giant cybersecurity company like this is stressed. There will be the ones to even be ashamed to come out and say that they experienced something like this, but still they still came out like to talk about it. So don't close your mouth. And you don't want to have this defense in depth. Don't just use 1, 2, or don't just like depend on your entire software or your production on 1, 2. I've seen cases where a particular company will be down and your own company will be down. I've used a platform when I think it was, I don't know what was it that was down that time. I think it's AWS downtime that time, that a whole lot of both Canva, Slack, Zoom was down just because of one company was down. So that's something that we can also like think about. Now these are like the information I have about Trellix, although they have promised like to share more information if anyone comes up. But right now, so from the time that I'm shooting this video, these are like the information I have about the attack. How do you think about this type of attack? Let me know what you think about it in the comment section, and tell me about an attack that you have seen that you feel like I need like to talk about. If you maybe they make us another post about the attack, and also like come and drop it in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, like my video, so that I can be able to like to make more videos like this. So in the next video, I'm going to make a video about an interesting attack. Yes, that one affected me personally, and that will be in my next video. It's also like an attack that happened in May 2026. So I would like people to guess the attack that I want to talk about. If you're a student, that means it might affect you. Or if you're a teacher, that means it might affect you. Or if your company uses like electronic LMS, that means it might affect you. So I feel like I'm giving enough hints about my next video. So if you get my hints, you can actually like drop it in the comment section, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.